Hello, Masters. Welcome. Welcome to our Day 10 Buddha Purnima Wisdom Sharing Sessions. So far, this has been a wonderful journey going on. So far, this is wonderful journey. So many masters has come and given their wonderful wisdom on Buddha and on different teachings of Buddha. And today we have another great master, Mallishwari Garu from Iowa. She is an agriculture scientist exploring, experimenting, and experiencing benefits of Anapanasati meditation, pyramid, and spiritual science wisdom for past 5 years. In due course of time, entire family became vegetarians. That's a wonderful thing, to convert entire family into the vegetarianism with her own experiments and listening experiences of others meditators. She believes that simple meditation technique should be introduced to everyone who has breath. Who has breath, like whoever is consciously breathing, whoever is like have not realized the what is that the secret behind the breath. I would say that. So Mallishwari Garu strongly believes that it has to be introduced to every individual on this earth planet. So started following PSSM Iowa group. That's a wonderful initiative Mallishwari Garu has taken, and working to expand by introducing meditation, vegetarianism, pyramid energy, and making each meditator as master. And also advocating Patriji's principles of Dhyanam, Swadhyaya, and Sajjana Sangatya. That's a great thing that introducing starting the entire chapter in Iowa all by herself and with the support of family. It's a great initiative, Mallishwari Garu. We are so honored to be you here, and looking forward to learn from you on Buddha's Lotus Sutras. Stage is all yours. We warmly welcome you.
So thank you, Pushpa, and thank you, PSSM USA, for giving me this wonderful opportunity on behalf of celebrating Buddha Purnima, the 21 days program. It's like a great initiative. So shall thank APMA team and Pushpa. So lately, understanding the Buddhas more and more is realizing the inclusiveness. So understanding various aspects and including and understanding the different parts and the differences, but try to include them. So this inclusiveness is the key thing I'm taking from Buddha's concepts. So friends, let us do meditation for a little while, and then we get into the wisdom session. So first I would like to share my deepest pranams to Dr. Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, Swarnamala Patri Madam, and all the astral and physical masters who have been guiding us through this journey. Can get into the concept today. So before getting into the concept, I would like to share a simple experience lately happened. My kids were talking to grandparents. So we had opened a Brindavan Pyramid Meditation Center back home in India. So my mother-in-law was meditating in the early morning. And during her meditation, she was able to sense and feel that a big, gigantic person with such a lovely and cute, energetic face, with a long beard, with the white paisama, was sitting in the corner and meditating with her. Initially, she felt scared, but eventually she felt that ease and comfort, and she was able to get into the meditation. She was sharing that experience to my kids. So I have a 12-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl. So my daughter was saying that the master has come to comfort you, to meditate with you. You don't need to get scared. So then later on, after waking up from meditation, like we have a Patriji's photo in our home. So my mother-in-law was witnessed that it was Patriji. So she's shared that experience with kids. So they had a lovely interaction. So what, because this simple technique is for everyone, from little kids to like middle-agers and adults, even the grandparents, the old people, so who could able to sit, observe their breath, so they are able to receive the energy, so that they were able to do their household things by themselves, though kids, like all of the kids, were away from them. So this is a little experience I want to share, my dear friends. So then today's topic, so thank you so much once again. We are here to celebrate like Buddha's concepts. So I'm fortunate to be part of this. Lately, like my wisdom is all coming from Dhyana Jagat books. So my sister sent me all the 2024 books, so as a Pongal gift to me. So I was going through this book, and like a month by month, every month I was like admiring, seeing the wisdom coming from the Dhyana Jagat books were like amazing. Though I was having like online copy, sometimes like I feel neglected. Now I do have the physical copies. I'm really able to see the energy while reading the books. So the topic today I'm going to discuss is like, again, this is to the extent of my understanding. So the hidden wisdom of Buddha's Lotus Sutras. So this is written by Tarkam Saradarin. So what Buddha is giving through these Lotus Sutras is like how a meditator can pay attention to different aspects, so that eventually, so we could live the life with the Buddha consciousness, or like a Buddhahood. So like I was inspired of going through this. I think many of you have aware of this, but for me, this is a kind of we are all aware of like a portion of this. But for me, like understanding is like a bliss I feel. So the very first sutra was the power of penetration. So far in the meditation, when we introduce meditation to new people, what we say is, you meditate according to your age, the number of minutes according to your age. So in due course of my meditation journey, an hour of meditation was just barely enough for me to do my regular physical life activities. The more and more I started doing the longer meditations, I'm realizing what is the real meaning of power of penetration or traveling within ourselves. So the same thing Buddha is mentioned here. Each one of us, the longer meditations are essential for us to get into ourselves like deeper, like penetrate into our physical body, mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body. So this is like we all need to focus and observe how deeply we are able to penetrate within ourselves. So natural, it is very natural if I sit for meditation for 15 minutes or half an hour or an hour. So most of the times it is like lingering around the thoughts. Then I witness the thoughts and bringing my focus back on the breath. Our goal is to initially like increase the gap between thought to thought. So I was fortunate. I also have to thank Apma team for doing early morning 3-hour intense meditation. So I'm utilizing that opportunity. I'm seeing that after half an hour or 45 minutes, my thoughts were subtle, and I am able to penetrate. I'm able to see this sutra, what Buddha is mentioning, the power of penetration. The next sutra is the power of manipulation of the energy. Once we start doing the meditation, we all are aware of or witnessing abundant flow of cosmic energies we are all receiving. So we are able to witness that how the energy is traveling from like all through our body. So what Buddha is saying, like the more and more we get penetrating, traveling within ourselves into physical body, mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body, how are we spending that energy? Yes, we are receiving the plenty of energy through meditation. So we all need to pay attention to how are we utilizing that energy. Yes, we all having like spend our energy for our day-to-day life, for family, well-being, everyone. But however, so he is also like addressing that. Keep aware and utilize that energy for serving others. So that's what is like PSSM advocates. Patriji says like spiritual service is the highest form of service. So one can contribute physically, tan man dhan. One can contribute physically and share the wisdom as a tan and dhan. Like contribute to much of these spiritual activities or the spiritual programs. So in any means, so participating that highest form of service is the spiritual service. So the same thing Buddha is like reiterating this through this sutra. The power of manipulation of energy. Whatever the energy we are receiving through meditation, besides our own personal well being, we also need to serve for others. So, at another sutra is the power of compatibility and adaptability. The more and more we do meditation, so we easily adapt to new circumstances or new situations, new challenges come into our life, and when we meet new people. So rather than feeling the chaotic, the persons who practice the simple anapanasati meditation, so people will get compatibility and adaptability. So we get that power. So the same thing like Buddha is reiterating. So though sometimes like during our initial practice of meditation, sometimes though we are meditators, we still have like certain kind of feelings, judgments. I may not like summer. Even for me, the place where we live is like a heavy winter, so we get a lot of snow. So it is not that easy to step out. But the more and more practice of meditation is enhancing the compatibility and adaptability to the environment because we are loving the mother nature. We are accepting that as is. So the next sutra is like the power of mental stability. With practice of anapanasati meditation, whatever the challenges come into our life, so we boldly feel comfortable of handling those situations, the physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So we feel so confident, have that mental stamina to handle um, any kind of uncomfortable situations also. So these are all the things like PSSM we are knowing, we are aware of it much, like slowly we are bringing into practice. But on behalf of like Buddha Purnima, Buddha is like reiterating this, recollecting our memories back and tying the connections. So the other sutra is like the power of joyfulness. As much as we do meditation, so we accept things and we feel bliss and love to enjoy each and every minute. So through wisdom, through Sajjana Sangatya and through Swadhyaya, so we all witness what's the value of being in the present moment. So that's what is there within our hands. So being happy, staying happy in the present moment is this sutra is reiterating the power of joyfulness. So one example Buddha is saying like sometimes, including myself, I feel Some days are so joyful, some days are like so lethargic and so like not so well. But for such an individual, Buddha is saying like we are not doing the meditation to the fullest extent. He's saying like only to that extent an individual is meditating. That said, like we have that mood swings. So we also have to witness those and accept them as is. So, and also the power of foresight and insight. We all have the foresight while we are taking this birth because we ourselves have planned this life, how we need to lead, what this soul needs to learn in this life. So, since we have the foresight, we have drafted all the script, but we aren't aware of it until we start practicing the meditation through Sadhana Sangatya and through Swadhyaya. We realized the value. And once we start doing a meditation, so we get that insight, say, feeling that, okay, this is my script. What I am playing is my script, which I have written. So that ease, like not showing the fingers outside, and because everything I scripted, so I am playing this role. So that realization we get through practice of Anapanasati meditation. And slowly we understand through wisdom, not interfere, and learn from others. We are here for doing the mitratvam. So with all this wisdom, slowly we get to practice the next sutra, the power of withdrawal. Withdrawal is like not interfering in others' business. So to what extent we can involve in others' activities and where to withdraw. So we are consciously aware of all these things. So this is like one of the important aspect. So what Buddha is saying, like this is one of the key trait or the attribute a meditator should adopt. And the one last sutra is like the power of wisdom. So we all say like Gnanan Muktihi. So through Dhyanam, we get Gnanam. And through Sajjana Sangatya, Swadhyaya, so we all understand the wisdom, saying like you can create your own reality. Uddhared Atmanatmanam, Atmanaem Avasadhet. And through Sajjana Sangatya, Adi Shankaracharya also said, Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Reka, Bhavati Bhavarnava Taraneo Nauka. So Patriji like very well explained that out of three lokas, only Sajjana Sangatya can help you like come out of Dukkharahityam. So by practicing or by understanding simple Anapanasati meditation and through Swadhyaya, as Patriji says, like every individual is a master. So there is no disciple here. We are here to learn the wisdom from many masters. So through all this wisdom, so what Buddha is saying, like through dhyanam, we get gnanam. And as we practice that, implement that in our physical life, day-to-day life, that's what is like Vijnanam. And eventually, as much as we do meditation, that wisdom will enhance and we slowly start living in that Buddhatva. So this is my understanding, my dear friends, through this book. So if anyone have your own perspective, please do share.
Thank you, Maleshwari. So wonderfully, beautifully explained the various petals and how do we penetrate into the different areas or levels. Once we penetrate, and how, I mean, it becomes so cakewalk and easy for any situation that comes into our life. Tanmandan is a wonderful concept given by Patri sir, like how spiritual service is the greatest service and how do we utilize our meditation energies and all. Great, great. Any friends, anybody wants to, unmute yourself and share your experience, or if you want any questions or any experiences that you have experienced your meditation and how it helped you. Anjali, you want to share anything from your side?
So for me, Anjali was the one who introduced the meditation. So I shall thank her at this. Take a moment.
Anjali is the rock star.
Thing to say. Everybody is sharing, like, bringing different viewpoints. Yeah, beautifully explained. Thank you. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the session. Thank you, Pushpa.
Thank you, Anjali.
So thank you, friends. Look, before we wrap up, I would like to give you all a warm welcome to visit Iowa. So we are going to host a 2-day meditation retreat on July 12th and 13th. So for mini meditation summit, and we are going to have Chandra Pulamarisitti sir from Buddha CEO to have a manifestation workshop. So please do visit and contribute your energies, because we are all new meditators here. So we need more and more energies.
Wonderful, wonderful. Chandra sir is coming. He himself is a wisdom, a walking wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, masters, if you don't have any questions or like if you want to share anything, like, how the sutras helps us in different areas of our life, or like, we know many people think, I know, like initially I started like meditation is for, at a surface level, it's like a stress reliever, or it makes me calmer, but as and when we start meditating, you tend to, develop so many qualities that makes you so much lovable, so much, you are welcome, and the way how things across, I mean, around your life will change magically. So yeah, definitely these sutras are very, very, very helpful to keep in mind all the time. Thank you, Malishwari. So you wanted to share anything from your personal experience, like how you have used your meditation power in making your family vegetarian, because it is tough, and it's a challenge for, at least for me, in making, how do you, yeah, encourage.
Yeah. So the first thing is like I being a scientist, so I wanted to understand what's the underlying reason. Like Anjali, she became a vegetarian, and she was proposing us also to quit meat, and practicing meditation. But being that scientific, having that scientific quest, I wanted to do the experiment. I was seeing like the difference of my meditation while I have the meat versus while I've been on the plant-based food. So there is a kind of difference, little difference was there. And I think the more and more practice of meditation, that's where I don't feel like to eat. The very first person within my little family was my son to stop eating meat. So he isn't craving for it. So he was at that time like around 6 7 years old. So then I thought like, okay, once he is able to stay, why can't I? But I grew up in a family that we eat meat like pretty much every day. We need kind of family. But I think and more meditation we are doing, and I'm the second one to quit, and followed by my daughter and husband. Then my extended family, because by default Anjali was a vegetarian, so eventually her kids, so my kids and my family, my in-laws, my co-sister and brother-in-law, and also started from my side of the family. So far like around 20 people, like heavy eaters of meat too, became vegetarians. So the scientific understanding made me like I mean, besides that non-violence to violence, so how does it stimulating the neurosystem, what is the difference of like, because when we meditate, so we need to consciously like able to focus and get inside. But due to eating of the meat, the rajoguna nature would be enhanced. So that's where is limiting the ability of getting to the state of meditation, the consciousness. And after quitting the meat, I am able to sense the energy flow into my body. And we were during the COVID, like we listened to PMC, lot of experiences. Even before start doing the meditation, we were listening lot of experiences. Dhyanam Sarvaroga Nivarani. So I have seen many examples. And then I wanted to understand what's the science behind it. So that's when I heard like Dr. G.K. Sir's life journey and Dr. Lakshmi Newton and Dr. Newton's journey. So they are being medical doctors. So what is their understanding of the concept behind healing the patients through simple technique of Anapanasati meditation? So I was able to convince through seeing different case studies. So during that time, I was having like 10 years suffering of a seasonal allergy. So the fall season was a terrible for me. I cannot even step out. So I always have to carry like nasal drops, eye drops, steroid medication, all that. Okay, then people are saying that through observe their own breath. So from headache to cancer, healing was happening. So I also wanted to experience that Dhyanam Sarvaroga Nivarani. What does that mean? So then I started experimenting on myself. So since then, it's been 2022. Last 3 years, I was totally out of medication. I wasn't taking any meds for my allergies. And then I was having the second issue, like I had rashes on my skin. So that also went off. Like that, many things are happening. Even when there is a little physical discomfort are happening, so I'm able to like if you ask me, do you see that, do you witness it? Some cases I can witness like how the healing is happening. So I immediately like invite astral healing masters, and in fraction of minutes, sometimes I have like n number of cases or the situations. So I was able to come out of the discomforts. So since then, I'm totally out of medication. And one important thing I would like to share is like I had an astral surgery for my thyroid cancer. So that was like unbelievably like I have heard the wisdom, I have seen that my soul has like I want to have that experience. Yes, I witness, I see, I listen, I want to have my own experience. So through the astral surgery, because I did not ask masters, because during the astral surgery workshop, so the day when I was sitting for meditation like this, I was having Dhyana Jagat book next to me in the same place. So the book was next to me. I was looking at it to Patriji, I never met you. Who are you? Why am I connected to this PSSM a lot? Why are those principles are connected very much? I never met you in person or in physical. I'm not connected to the name or anything. Why am I connected to this moment? Whenever I hear the word ahimsa yuta bhumata sakshatkaram, why I feel like like kind of gentle force happen within me. And in fraction of seconds, like my eyes were closed and there was some kind of anesthesia was coming to me, because the day before I had the wisdom was shared by Balakrishna sir's team. Then I said like, oh, something is happening, I'm accepting, I'm surrendering. And in 2 hours, the entire session, this process is happening to me, the live, while I was in the session. So Balakrishna sir asked to share the experiences. That's where I said like some pain is happening. I want the meditation. So sir pulled me into a different session and we all understood that. So the masters were doing a surgical process for me. So it was such a bliss that uh, how the process was happening is, when I'm feeling the pain, I'm saying like I have the pain. So they were stopping the process. When I swallow, take couple of breaths and say I'm ready, they are starting the process. So if you ask me, did you see that through your eyes? But I could not see through eyes, but I was able to feel their presence next to me. I feel that some hands are coming in, and some soothing or some pampering is happening to me. Everything would be normal. And that's when the masters asked, like, why are you doing this process, since it is a painful process? Then astral master said that she wanted to know the process, she wanted to utilize this to have that experience by herself. Okay, then once I started like saying that it's so painful, I cannot take it anymore, so they have given me a deeper dose of a deeper dose of anesthesia. So the process took a good amount of time. So then I asked Balakrishna sir, what is the process, that post-surgical process? So how can I better at it? They said like, do more meditation, take like liquids. So for a week, as it is a regular post-surgical process, I couldn't able to swallow. There is a burning sensation, pain in my throat. I was doing 8 hours, 6 hours of meditation. While I was in meditation, as if like someone is like doing that with fan, like in the childhood, like someone is doing like with a little fan or a book. So this kind of soothing feeling I was having, coming out of meditation, I was able to sense the pain. So I have like a number of this kind of things, my dear friends.
Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
yeah. Saturday I went to my daughter's musical concert. While I went there, like I was able to feel that the strong sense of um, different thoughts, different vibrations in that room. So immediately I was feeling like intense headache, very uncomfort, uneasy, feel like to throw up, that kind of. Then immediately I said like, I'm locking my aura. And I also, my daughter came to me and said, Amma, I'm having stomach ache, I may not be able to perform. Then immediately I said like, I'm locking the aura for both of us. And fatafat like invited astral healing masters, said like, whatever get into the aura, just clean it right away. If you ask me, have you ever seen them, have you ever met them, because I believe in that, they are there with us. So I believe in, as if I'm seeing them, I ask them. So in fraction of minutes, I was like, as if I wake up from my bed. So I was back. And then since then, I slowly started observing my thoughts while watching the program. What kind of thoughts, what kind of feelings I'm sensing in that room. So it's bringing me as Buddha's concept. What we are saying is like, the more and more we do meditation, the more and more I'm becoming aware of my surroundings, my feelings, thoughts, right away, like transforming that, what Patriji says, like negative thoughts, positive thoughts, and then switch them to miraculous thoughts. So previously, I wasn't aware of my thoughts. I was like, just like fall into those thoughts, and half an hour later, I was realizing. But lately, like I'm able to sense the thoughts right away and able to shift them into miraculous way.
Such a
So just
beautiful
yeah.
experience, Maleshwari. Yeah, great experience. The first experience, like your astral surgery, is really, really miraculous. And I mean, yeah, it is very important to, protect our own energies when we go into the bigger crowd. And you are like, typically before meditation, you're just carried away by anything, any situation or a people or anything. But becoming more and more aware of like what is not yours, it's really a great example. Friends, Yeah, I think we're almost at the time. If anyone of you have any questions, or if you want to share anything, please come forward. We'll have another couple of minutes to ask any question of this great master we have.
So one more thing, masters, like as I did not meet Patriji, I don't have a physical guru. So sometimes even the books can be like is giving me the answers. So one example I would share. So we are hosting the meditation retreat. So we are supposed to look for the venue. So I was doing the meditation. Friends suggested like one or two options. I went there. I sat there. I didn't feel that this is the place to have the event. So I was coming back. Then I was fortunate to read the day like Dhyana Jagat book. So that is like a March 2024 edition where Swarnamala Patri madam was sharing like how walk-in happened to Patriji and what is the transformation since the walk-in happened. So in that book, two of the things like caught my attention was 80% of the pyramid PSSM masters are walk-ins. I read that sentence like 10 times. Is this 80? Then again, I'm going back and seeing the percent. 80%? 80% of the people who are connected to PSSM are walk-ins. So that Patriji's words were stated in that edition. And then Swarnamala Patri madam was giving couple different examples of after walk-in happened to Patriji, what kind of changes madam is witnessing. So sir sent madam and couple of people for finding Dhyana Mahayagnam place for Shirdi Dhyana Mahayagnam place. So madam and a couple of masters went to Shirdi, and since it's a far distance, after going there, madam was resting. So in the middle of her sleep, madam saw sir sitting on her bed. She asked, like, you are supposed to be in North India. How are you here? Sir said, like, this is an evidence of like at the same time I can be at the multi places. So I'm a multi-dimensional being. So then sir asked madam to go for a walk with her. And sir took her to different worlds, different dimensions. And sir said one of the loka is his place to live. And while returning, he asked madam to look down. So she saw like a Shirdi temple, and right next to it, like there are a lot of small pyramids. So madam asked what it is. Patriji said like it is the place where we are going to have Shirdi Dhyana Yagna. All the astral masters are connecting the small pyramids and making the energy grids. Then that's where caught my attention that where it has to happen, it is already predestined. So they have chosen a place in Iowa as well where this event has to happen. So Patriji, I don't have many people around me. So I'm the one person have to figure out these things. Since this is already chosen, all the astral masters have chosen the place. Connect me to that one particular place where you want to have this event. So on the next day, another friend called me. She said like I had one of the event there. So I conducted an event for a business workshop. So that place was very good and lively. Probably you may like it. You can have a look. So before going, I sat and I did meditation. I asked. Then after I went there, the moment I enter into the parking lot, I was feeling the joy. I was feeling the happy, and as I take my steps into that, I'm feeling happy. I'm liking in each and every corner in that space. So every bit is like I'm enjoying joyfully, but still I sat there in meditation. I want give me some kind of hint that this is a place you want to have this event to happen. So I sat in meditation. um, Friends, as I wanted to witness, I don't have any senses. I'm a regular meditator like you all. So I don't have a third eye, or I don't have any of those. So since I don't have any of those, what is developed in me is that conscious observation, the conscious feelings. So through that, like there was a inner joy, a blast of inner joy happened, and tears were rolled in my eyes. Then I thought, okay, this is the place they want. So that's how we locked the venue, my dear friends. So not only like the physical gurus, there is a wisdom, or there is, through in any means we get the answers, through PMC, through Dhyana Jagat, through Sajjana Sangatya, through Swadhyaya. So only thing is we have to be aware of it. We have to pay attention. So that's what is again recollecting the Buddha's sutras here, friends. So we are here as a medium. So through us, so much more activities has to happen. That all leads to ahimsa yuta bhumata sakshatkaram. That is Patriji's highest vision. So that's where I connected to PSSM. So I have taken a lot of time.
No, you really shared the pearls of wisdom, connecting to the real examples of your experience sharing with the sutras. It's a beautiful session, Malleshwari. Thank you. Wonderful. You're just an example of the mother who has turned whole family to the vegetarianism, and I think the Iowa, the mini meditation summit, you're going to grow the more and more masters, and you're really going to run the rallies of vegetarianism across the state and turning more and more masters. Every person with the breath become the meditator. All the best to you, my dear friend. uh, Thank you so much. Much gratitude for coming to this session and sharing your wisdom.
Yeah. So please do come and visit Iowa, my dear friends. And also, like, please do share it to your friends nearby. So the Iowa state is like 4 or 5 hours drive from Chicago, from Minneapolis, from St. Louis. So any of these states, all the central states. So this is a middle place. So please do visit and spread this message to your friends.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Malleshwari. Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, friends.